Who owns the public sector bank? Government is owning it up. Government owns the public sector bank. We are all employees, and we are not the owners. So, Ambani, Adani getting a loan, definitely it is getting through a policy which RBI frames. RBI frames a policy, and based on that, otherwise, so political party gets changed, even capitalist, their affiliation also gets changed. Right? There would have been so many things exposed. Now, the government, it frames the policy. Government is owning up the bank. The bank management, they will go by the policy. They cannot strictly say that I will not give to this person. I can say that I will not give this on paper what is there, not the person. That choice we don't have, right? And you know how papers are made and how policies are framed. We have seen many policies. It will be a long discussion if I go on discussing, but in short, if I say, but they are getting the loan within the rules framed by the government, RBI. By the RBI. And RBI, you know, under whose control it is, right? Government makes appointment. This is one. Next, the most interesting thing is, even after so many allegations, this quarter State Bank of India has made a record profit. Right? Record 73% more profit than last year in the quarter. In the history, record profit. After writing off so many MPAs, also we are making huge profit and we are giving dividend to the government. Our Sarkar dividend dichchira. It is a profit making. All the public sectors are profit making. And even after write-offs, so many write-offs, that is a debate that it is the work of media. Media should question. And because they were from the different banks, they were there. Customers are নিজস্ব কিছু preference থাকে. কিছু banks they are রাজা মহারাজার সময় থেকে এসেছিল কিছু bank. And customer had Andhra Bank. They have an inclination to Andhra Bank in Hyderabad, in Andhra Pradesh. Then State Bank of India. That's why State Bank of Hyderabad ছিল একটা আলাদা. So that people এর তো affinity থাকে. For example, Bengal লোকের কোনো লোক যদি আসামে যায়, their first choice will be UBI, not SBI, because UBI is more dominant here. So now this got affected when the name got changed. লোকের একটা, then they were shifting the brand. Now, if it becomes PNB, I can go to HDFC, I can go to any other Axis Bank or a private bank, right? There also we took hit. There was total problem with the communication gap. Customers got what even IFSC code নিয়ে issue ছিল অনেক দিন অনেক. NEFT, RTGS return which has so many complaints. So these things government know it very well. Merger is a precursor to privatization. Privatization করার আগে merge করার দরকার because to get a buyer,
another step to privatization.
Yes, merger is another step to privatization because international buyers will want size. যাতে তাদের রিচটা বেশি থাকে। আপনি একটা বড় যদি পুঁজিপতি আসে একটা ব্যাংক কিনতে, ওর দেখবে লোকাল এরিয়া ব্যাংক কিনে কি করবে, ওর সারপ্লাস মানি কত আছে, so that he can manage the things. Right? He needs a big size, big ticket. That was the thing. They are made to do it by the International Finance Capital, IMF, World Bank. This is the prescription what they are giving, right? And they have brought in FRDI bill also. So you have to understand the agenda. Ultimately, the common man will lose. We will lose. You tell me, all from press. If you get tomorrow 50 lakh rupees, where you will keep the money? Even if you criticize for service to some bank, you will prefer a government bank. Because you know that you feel that there is a sovereign guarantee guaranteed by the government because government is the shareholder. Now when it is not there in the system, what public will do? You have seen Yes Bank crisis. Yes Bank was so smart bank, people thought that it will become the next HDFC bank. Now it collapsed. Which bank took over? Why not private bank? SBI was told to take over post on us. Like PMC bank crisis, we have seen so many suicides. There are small banks. And the US, from the two senators, they have told the Prime Minister of this country, if you're so serious about privatization, privatize State Bank of India first. This is their agenda. They want to have total control over the money. So the way we are seeing today, news are also not coming up, our education news are not coming up because the corporates, they are buying all the media house. We have seen that. You know it. And the fourth pillar of democracy and the judiciary, on which the common man should be dependent. Somewhere we find it's a very challenging thing to become. Even we are not properly given coverage by media. I'm sure all it was UPA Sarkar. So just a simple যদি আমি করে দিই, UPA সরকার আপনার বডিতে ইনজেকশনটা ওষুধটা দেয় থ্রো স্যালাইন ড্রিপ বাই ড্রিপ, NDA directly injection দিচ্ছে। All same. They were doing it very slowly, and they are moving very fast. This is the difference. There is no difference. Now, recently we find that they are talking about, Congress in particular, talking about that we will protect the public sector, understand the public sentiment. But you cannot rely, because for us, we should be always have, we should very critically scrutinize the establishment. Whosoever is there, BJP, Congress, left, Mamata, whosoever is there, we have to be very critical. Like just like press as an association, we have to be critical. So we cannot say that this government will be better, this government. We find that they will be there with the agenda. Because you have to understand one thing. Let me explain it to you. See, when the country takes a loan, from where they take loan? They take from World Bank and IMF. Then they sign an agreement. I want that press should know this. And there is a schedule when they sign the agreement. There is a schedule. It is called Schedule 4. And in that agreement, there will be conditionalities. For example, Aadhaar was not brought by the government. That condition is where you have to implement Aadhaar. Right? Meter for your extraction of groundwater. Meter je lagachhe na. And through smart city concept it came because their conditionalities were there. Water should not be given free. I am giving you a loan, you have to implement that. Right? Then LPG subsidy, to remove the subsidies, it was conditionalities. Government. Just for implementing the government scheme, just like post office they keep এত বড় উইং আছে পোস্ট অফিসে কি আজকের দিনে ওইভাবে কি সার্ভিসগুলো দেয় because there are alternate channels are there. Post office is not allowed to grow in that way. We are more dependent on the courier agency. We are paying hefty charges. There is no government regulations. Similarly, এই ব্যাংকের সিস্টেমটাকে আপনি যেটা বলছেন হয়তো স্কেলেটন রেখে দেবেন. For example, they keep only State Bank of India because of its reach.
আমি সেটাই মনে করি.
And they are restricted with very small kind of a thing which is not profitable. Just to carry out the agenda. Whether that will be good for the common people, common man. We are not talking about ourselves. Majority of our young boys will get a very good job. If it becomes private, they will have their livelihood. There will be no problem as such, right? But the problem is the common man will be at the receiving end. It will no more remain a bank. আজকে আপনি দেখুন, আপনি যে কোনো পাবলিক সেক্টর ব্যাংকে গেলে আর আপনি একটা রুরাল ব্রাঞ্চে যদি যান, একটা গ্রামীণ ব্যাংকে যান, নন ব্যাংকিং ফাইন্যান্স কোম্পানিতে যান, আজকে লোক দে আর কম্পেয়ার্ড পিপল দি ইন্টারেস্ট রেট they are not questioning on the interest rate. Common man, rural poor. Interest rate ki question kore? Urban center hai, housing loan 6.9 na 7.1. I will change the bank. Rural India they are compelled. They are compelled at 12%, 18%, 20%. That is where we feel that more and more public sector banks should be in rural area. More employment, more manpower should be there.